My M32 wife F32 just confessed that she cheated on me a few days ago. Where do I go from here? Story 1. Background. We live in a state in lockdown due to corona, but cases are mild where we live since we're far from the major population centers. However, we have spent the majority of our time since March stuck at home. My wife and our son 3 went to visit family for 2 weeks in a neighboring state since they have had no cases in their area and things are more or less normal. This would also give my wife a much needed break as the grandparents could watch the kiddo. While there, wife was hanging out with an old family friend M50, who told my wife he wanted her to enjoy her little vacation and free time and had a lot of activities planned for them. He would take her shopping, to the lake, out for dinner, pretty much all the stuff she loved doing but couldn't due to lockdown, no babysitter. I was aware they were doing this but wasn't concerned due to the long friendship and trust of the friend, as well as with my wife. Honestly, she needed a break, and this seemed like it would help her a lot. One night after drinking at his house they ended up naked and having time. My wife told me that while there was PIV, after only a little bit she realized that what she was doing was wrong and stopped it. No one finished. However, there was an earlier incident where he ended up giving her time to completion. My wife just came home today and once kiddo was asleep she confessed all of the above to me. I'm shocked, betrayed, all the feelings that a cheated on person can feel. I'm angry at my wife, angry at my friend, despaired because now I don't know what's going to happen with my family. One second I want to get a divorce because I feel betrayed, the next I want to fix things and save my family. To compound my feelings, my wife is partially blaming me for what happened, saying that if I treated her better and showered her with attention like our ex-friend then she would never have been attracted to him. I'll admit that our marriage has been rocky for a while and that she is right that I haven't been very affectionate with her as I should, but her actions just take it to a whole different level and really can't be compared. What do I do? Where do I go from here? My first suggestion I said to my wife is that we should get marriage counseling, but she said she didn't need it. She's fully aware of what she did and doesn't need someone to explain to her why she did what she did. She did say that she wants to fix our marriage, and I do think she feel bad for what she did, but at the same time it seems that she thinks her confession was the only step to reconciliation that she needed to make. I want things to work, at the very least for our son, but everything is so raw and fresh I don't know what to do. Tomorrow I'll look into counseling for myself to help work through my feelings, but I figure why not ask a bunch of internet strangers for advice. Best case, someone says something that really helps. Worst case, I ignore everyone, delete this account, and continue with life. So Reddit, what advice do you have for a cheated on husband and father? Edit. I appreciate all the advice but I realize that things are much too raw to process anything right now. It hasn't even been 24 hours since I found it. I'm going to take a break from Reddit and take some time to sort through everything. Once the dust settles I'll come back and read everything that's been said, but for now I'm taking a time out. Story 2. Is there any way to save my marriage at this point? Me 30F and my husband 36M have been married for 5 years, and he's a really good guy, very attractive, smart and educated, has a good job, the time is insanely great, and I know he's crazy about me. I really love him, and he's my best friend indeed. I've cheated on him years ago twice with 2 different guys. He knows about it, it hurt him a lot, and I felt like the worst person in the world for doing this. I was really sorry. We worked things out, and we were good for the past few years. The thing is, I often think about other guys, and I was really trying my best to be faithful to him. I failed, and I cheated again just recently. The blame is on me, the other guy didn't even know I'm married. I can't lie about what I'm feeling, and it felt really great in the moment, but then all I feel right now is an awful regret. My husband often says that he loves me, and he does absolutely everything possible to make me happy. I don't know what's wrong with me, but even though I love him, being monogamous is really hard. I don't even know why I cheat. My husband is way better in bed than all those 3 guys I cheated on him with, and he's also very loving and gives me all the attention I need and ask for. I don't have major problems related to him. All those 3 times I cheated happened in the heat of the moment, and I wasn't thinking straight. I know it's not an excuse though, but it is true. And no, my husband is not open-minded to the point of agreeing on an open marriage. I had a conversation with my husband about what I did. It didn't go very well. He thinks I might be a S-time addict or something like this, and he told me to look for help. He's hurt and angry at me, but he says he doesn't want a divorce and that we can work through this again, and he just needs some time. He's staying with his parents for now, around 2 hours away from where we live, and he's been very distant. We still talk every day, but it's not like it was before. He asks how am I doing, if I need anything, but it's not like a real conversation. I hadn't seen him in days and he came back home last Saturday. I thought it was at least a start, but he only wanted time from me and went back to his parents' house again. Is there any way to save my marriage at this point? Is there anything I can do to make it up to him? TLDR, I've cheated on my husband, and I feel awful about it. Redditor's reactions. Redditor 1, he literally told you what you needed to do to start healing this. Get into therapy. Redditor 2, he thinks I might be a S-time addict or something like this, and he told me to look for help. Is there any way to save my marriage at this point? Is there anything I can do to make it up to him? He literally said what he wants you to do. Are you doing it or just whipping yourself online to feel like you're being punished enough? Redditor 3, he told you what to do. Why are you confused? Redditor 4, no, you shouldn't bother saving it. You should leave and let your husband live a better, happy life without you hurting him. Redditor 5, is there any way to save my marriage at this point? Is there anything I can do to make it up to him? He told me to look for help. Seems like he told you what you needed to do. Poor dude. Hope he takes some time to consider whether 3 strikes and you're out is suited to more than just baseball. Redditor 6, am not married and a total stranger, but reading this, find a therapist and work through the source of the cheating. Sorry means you're taking steps to right the wrong and your words aren't enough. Your husband currently has no assurance you won't cheat again.